I bought a old Fisher-Price cassette tape player, and it didn't work. And so I ended up taking the battery cover off the back. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. My name's Kevin, we're in the cabin, and we had a pretty darn good day of sales today. I'm pretty happy. I can't remember exact number, but somewhere around, I can't quite remember, maybe high teens, over $400 in sales. We're not going to ship it all out, but we're going to ship a lot of it out. And this is just that perfect Commonwealth Picker mix, which I love doing. I love looking at all kinds of different types of items to sell. I like looking at retail arbitrage, thrift, main source is garage sale, of course. And hey, that reminds me of something. Let me know in the comments. We've done this before, but it's been a while. There's a lot of new subs out there. Where is your main supply? Is it thrift stores? Is it storage lockers? Is it garage sales? Is it some other source that you're willing to share? And put that in the comments below. Let's take a look. One of my sources for inventory is my wife. She'll go out and she'll do retail arbitrage. I usually don't do that. I usually don't go shopping too much, to be honest with you. And so she bought these forever ago, and this is the very last one. We sold, I don't even know, over 100 of them, and we don't make much money. This one sold on Bonanza, 7 1/4 maybe. It goes out for 4 ounces, and I think she paid 50 cents. So it's maybe just a tick under $3 profit. It's not amazing, but when you buy tons of them, it's pretty easy because it's just a few listings, and they're easy to ship. And so she made a few bucks doing this. She does it often. Speaking of retail arbitrage, we were together when I got this one. We got them at Sam's Club. She was doing some shopping, and I was doing some scanning. And they were on sale, under $4. Coleman t-shirt, $40 on the tag. And this one used to have a tag. Apparently doesn't anymore. And we don't get much, around $17 a piece. I can't remember. Sometimes they're on sale. But, you know, we make a little bit of money on these things. Not very much, about $7 a piece. And there's only one more of these available. And then there's some other styles that I think we still have, but over 100 t-shirts. So we'll make over $700, and I think we have 5 left. Here's one I picked up at a garage sale, and I just about didn't pick it up. And I just gave them an offer. I'm like, hey, I'll do $5 on this. I think they wanted 10 or 15 for it. And I asked for $5. It's upside down. I should probably turn it right side up. So they did. They took it for $5. I wouldn't have done it except for it came with this. It came with the hardware. So these space makers, they go, you know, up under a cabinet or something. I actually thought about keeping it because I figured I could save a little space back there where I do my CDs and stuff, and then be able to use that space for inventory. But I decided not to. But I did decide to grab it because it did have that hardware and it did have that remote. I'm like, you know, it'll sell for $30, and that's exactly what it sold for, $30. And so we'll make a $20 profit on it. But that's quite a process because I had to test that thing. I had to do a little bit of cleaning. It's going to take a little while to ship. So it's probably at least a half an hour process, which means it's not great money. But, you know, it met my requirement. Plus, I thought it was cool. And I wanted maybe to keep it for myself. So I'm pretty happy with that sale. Here's a good one. This is pure profit here. It's Davey Boy Smith, one of the British Bulldogs. I like that tag team growing up. They were, was it Dynamite Kid? So this is not an old one, 2011, I think. So it's kind of a more modern figure. But I was okay with this. This came in a lot. We're already in pure profit, $18 plus shipping on this one. So this is going to be like a $15 to $16 profit item. I've got 4 more items that I'm going to pick, and just looking at those items and then looking at the items that we've already picked, there's nothing from the same niche yet. Nothing at all. We've got brand new toys, you know, retail arbitrage. We got retail arbitrage clothing. I have used clothing. I have electronic hard goods. I have vintage toys. Actually, that wrestler's not exactly vintage, but you get the point. And the 4 things we're going to pick up back here are different, and the things we're going to go do inside are different. So I like to call myself kind of the eclectic picker. But you know what? In reality, there's many different ways, many different possible scenarios that could make you a successful reseller. I don't even really choose this one. This is the one that chooses me because of where I live. And so a lot of you out there are specialists in a certain area. So I'm a history teacher, and I tell my students that there's a way that they can be successful in my history class, and it's actually the exact same way you can be successful as an eBay reseller. And so I tell them in my class, I tell them, hey, you can either ace AP World History by knowing a little bit about every single thing in history, or you can ace World History by knowing a lot about just a few things. So in my style here in this eBay cave, I try to be the jack of all trades and the master of none. But in reality, if you become a master at 3 or 4, you can also have great success on eBay. All right, first one up here is Against All Odds. This is something I picked up. They're only selling for $13, I think, $12.99. But they're medium mail, and they ship out, I think, at the 1 pound rate, so $2.80. And then you got fees on top of that. So we're looking at, let's say, I don't know, $5 max. We're into it, which we're not even into it that much, I don't think, total. So fees and cost of goods. The cost of goods with this was less than a dime. It's probably less than a nickel because I bought it from a sale where a guy was just clearing everything out. I bought tons and tons and tons of these, and you could fill a bag for $1. So there you go. We are into this for next to nothing. So I'd say it's probably about an $8 profit on this item. And we sold, I don't know if it was over 100, but we definitely sold a bunch of them. Next item up is a pair of shoes, and I don't really like to sell shoes, but I'll sell them. Around here, it's nothing amazing because people usually wear them thin. And I believe that's what happened with these. They're not amazing. They are size 12.5, but they are well worn on the bottom. They're starting to, treads are starting to wear off, but they were an okay sale. I think they sold for a little over $16, and I just picked them up for a couple of bucks. So, you know, not an amazing sale, maybe $12 profit. All right, these next two, I think, come from the exact same drawer. Let me just peek over here. I think they are in the shed flips or the garage flips drawer. All right, let's see if I'm right. One of them's right. This is a Lego Stormtrooper, and it was part of that deal that I bought. I don't think he liked my garage sale offer, I think was the name of that sale. And this one sold for $9 plus shipping just for this one little figure. And the next one must be in a lot of Josh drawer. There it is. So here is, I bought a old Fisher-Price cassette tape player, and it didn't work. And so I ended up taking the battery cover off the back and sold this. I think it sold for $6, $7 plus shipping. I'll have to go double check that real quick. But there's a couple of pieces that would sell off of there, and I paid $2 for the whole thing, and then of course it didn't work. So we pieced it out. I think 3 pieces off of it, and we'll end up making $15 profit on a sale that really could have gone bad, and I could have lost my $2. But, you know, hey, when in doubt, part it out. Where's my mug? When in doubt, part it out. There you go. And it seems to work, you know. If nothing else, you get to recoup your cost of something that doesn't work. But most of the time, you can make as much or more money by parting something out. And never underestimate the power of a battery cover. There are some items out there, depending on the item, where you can get more for the battery cover than you can for the item itself. Here's what I'm talking about. If you have a great source for makeup, cosmetics, and stuff like that, you can make a killing, and that's all you can see. You know, I mean, Lonnie will prove that to you, right? And Pete, Craigslist hunter. So, and Justin over there too. So he got some Mary Kay. This isn't big money, but easy sales. I mean, they just sell. All pure profit. We've made our money back, you know, tenfold at this point. What do we got? Ivory 2 here. These are $10 plus shipping. This little thing was $10 free shipping. Java, eye color. Hey, what the heck? I'll sell anything. Jack of all trades, master of none. Know just enough to be dangerous, and you can make a bunch of money in different areas. And you're going to miss out on stuff. But, you know, the more you learn, the better off you'll be. And if you want to take one particular category and dominate it and then move to another one and expand a little bit, I've never done that. I just buy anything and everything that sells, and I have a fun time doing it, so that's why I do it. All right, here's an example. So this is just a run-of-the-mill t-shirt, and it's Student Flames Club for Liberty University. It's got Sparky Bird. So I came across, there's tons of these. I got tons and tons and tons of these shirts, different sizes. And it's because I network a little bit. This is from Kevin, Bizarro Kevin. He'll go thrifting every now and again. I don't go thrifting very much anymore. I used to go all the time. And ever since, well, really ever since I've been doing YouTube, I don't do thrifting as much. I'm going to in the winter months. I will go in there a little bit. But I force myself to stay out because I can't keep up with the garage sale stuff because I'm spending so much time on YouTube. People don't believe it, but I used to sell more items, used to list more items, source more items before I did this. And so, you know, YouTube does take time to do. And so I just gave up thrifting, and I figured I could keep up with everything else. And because of the Enaman and viewer sales, I made up the difference, plus more, of course. So he went to a thrift store, he went to Goodwill and saw all these, and t-shirts are $1 a piece. And I'm like, you know, I don't know if I really want to deal with this. This sold for $12 free shipping, but it was a multiple, right? So, you know, a couple bucks in fees, pay $1 for it. Shipping's $3, $5. You're making, you know, $7, $8 on this. I guess you're making $6 to $7 on this t-shirt at that price. And he bought a bunch himself, and he asked me if I wanted any before he bought any, and I'm like, hey, why don't you go talk to the manager and ask him how much will they do 50 cents and you'll buy them all. And he's like, and he did. He went and talked to him. And Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong out there, but I think they gave them to you for 50 cents a piece to begin with, and then they just stopped counting and threw the rest in the thing and charged you. So you got out of there for like a quarter. And then I paid him up a little bit. I think I paid the 50 cents, and he gave me a bunch of them, and he's got a bunch of them, which was really kind of him. He's got the better ones. He didn't give me the good ones. These will take a long, long time to sell. Because it's Student Flames Club, you know, it's a specialty. You know, how many people want that thing? And it does have Sparky, which is why I bought it, because the mascots are always good sellers. So thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. And that reminds me of another thing here, which we'll get at in a minute. It's these Enaman. So Kevin also found some things that I typically buy that he doesn't. 8-track cassettes and the Enaman. And so he was out at a sale and he said, hey, this is what's here. And I wanted him to make a little bit of money on them. So he bought them. I gave him a little bump up. He made a quick sale. I took them and we got a few Enaman, not very many, 7 or 8. So I decided to throw 10 back up here, and I'm probably going to throw 10 more up here in a few days. And you can keep checking in every other day maybe, and we'll throw a few Enaman on here. I have about 50 I'm willing to sell, not including these right here. I think I'm going to keep those. But 50 I'm willing to sell for now, and then later on we'll put those misfits on CommonwealthPicker.com. Yard sale buy, and it's Greg Norman, size medium, paid a few bucks for it. Sold for $27, I believe is what it sold for. No, I take it back. It was on a little bit of a clearance. It's $25.20 is what this sold for. And if it's a size large, I'd have kept it. I can wear a medium, but when I'm golfing, I don't like to wear that medium. I like to be a little bit looser out there. The Shark, Greg Norman was one of my favorites, but that's a nice shirt. And so somebody got a nice deal on this, and it's fairly light, so it's going to go out first class, although it'll probably be pretty close, maybe 14, 15 ounces or so. So we're going to make a nice little profit on this one, probably close to $15 to $17, somewhere in there. Got a woman's Harley shirt, and it is Lynchburg, Virginia, I think. This one doesn't have a... I thought it was Lynchburg. Maybe it's not. I'm going to have to check this out. But it's either this one or something really, really close to it. Sold for $17 plus shipping. Paid $1 for it at a garage sale. So we're making a pretty good profit because this is less than 4 ounces. I mean, this is, maybe not. Maybe it's going to tick over 4 ounces. But it's still a pretty decent little profit. Hey, 4 Enaman sales. Well, sort of. 3 Enaman sales and 1 Enaman Golf Club head cover sale. $24.81. This one's going out. Let's see. Chris and Scott. Or Scott and Chris or something like that. I think it's Chris and Scott. So thank you. And then 2 more of these guys. Look, y'all, I put these out there. I put 10 of them out there, and they sold within hours. Within hours of putting them out there, they're all gone, and I didn't even make an announcement anywhere. So I know there's a bunch of you out there who want them, and like I said, I have about 50 to go that I'm willing to sell. I'm going to keep a couple crates full for myself to do some stuff in the future, because it doesn't look like there's many more of these out there. Matter of fact, I'm still selling them for $14.81, and I think once I sold out, people that did have them, or even some of mine maybe, I see some out there for like $30. So we're going to keep selling them at $14.81 until all the ones that I'm comfortable with selling without keeping for something else are gone, and then we'll put the misfits in the CommonwealthPicker.com store. So thanks to both of you. Do have one going out to Laura. She says, well, I didn't need one of these until I couldn't have one. Fear of missing out, right? I was actually looking at the popple in your most recent video and trying to find that, but it looks like somebody beat me to it, which is true. I'm sorry. If you and the crew could sign this little guy, I'd really appreciate it. Also, let's see here. eBay store, Flippin' NJ. Flippin' NJ. Been selling on eBay for less than a year. opened a store less than a year ago, I should say, and that we were the first reseller that you started watching. So normally, you know, everybody's got these different paths. You know, how did you get to this reseller? You know, who did you start watching first? So that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. And it's headed your way, Laura. All right, this one is going out to Bent Tree Variety. Bent-Tree-Variety. And it's going to Christy. She says, I'm a Commonwealth Picker fan. Thanks for sharing your eBay hustle and tips and comps. And then give some wonderful compliments about my family. And we appreciate that. I had to pick up Banana Man before they're all gone. Here's a link to my store if you wouldn't mind checking it out. So I can't promise you I'm going to check it out, but I'm going to write a little note and put on my computer out there and see if we can get to that. So thank you so much, and we hope he gets things moving out of your store. We appreciate it. Hey, one more thing I want to mention really quick, and that is a gift that's being sent out. So we're doing this out of order because I came home, got that thing packaged up, and tried to get it to the post office before it closed. Got there, I don't know if I got there on time or not, so I can't tell you that this is going to get there. But it was, I believe it was Elizabeth. This is a gift, so you might want to close somebody's ears here. My air conditioner just turned on. And you also bought, this is for Anthony. Happy birthday to Anthony. I don't know that it's going to get there the day of. It might be the day after. But you bought a blue CommonwealthPicker.com shirt and then the Goomba, and we put them together, and it is headed your way. So Anthony, happy birthday to you. I hope it gets there on time, but I can't promise anything. But we appreciate you. We appreciate everybody for affiliate links that you're using, for the shirts you're buying, the mugs, the support, for everything you guys have done for my family. We really do appreciate it. We hope your sales are going well, and we can't wait to see you. As always, we can't wait to see you next time.
This is Turner, and I got a homeschool hustler sale. Let's go get it. It's a vintage popple, and it's $10 plus shipping. Bye.
All right, Turner's getting pretty good at that. So let me read something to you really quick. I think if I have the name right, it's Marissa, I think. Thanks so much for this item. I saw it on your show. This is for the popple. And I just had to get it for my 80s themed birthday party coming up. That's awesome. You got to send, if you have Instagram, send me a little hashtag Commonwealth Picker, and I'll check it out. I enjoy watching your show daily. I've been an avid watcher for a few months. You have taught me a lot about reselling, and I love the kids' help too. They are adorable. Keep up the good work, and God bless. So thank you so much. And this came, if you're new to the show, have you ever seen the Mount Plushmore sale? It's one of our favorite sales, and it's basically nothing but plush and a few really nice t-shirts, and a few t-shirts that I didn't pick up, unfortunately. But it was a great sale, and we made a bunch of money, and that came from that sale, and we've been keeping track of it. And I was hoping to get to 2,000, and I think we still might get there because we have like 2 more items to go is all. All right, here is the list so far. So $156 in, $1,980. That's after fees and shipping and everything. So we're not quite to $2,000 with that popple, but we still have these 2 popples and then a miniature popple, which you probably saw inside. Thanks, Turner.
Hi.
And before I forget, Turner, guess what? I got one more little gift here. Check this out. This came from Cassie, and she sent us a nice little note here, and she says since she doesn't have a real license plate, she sent us this little one for the Homeschool Hustler bin. So thank you very much. We do appreciate it very, very much. All right, Cassie, so it's going to go over here, and maybe, let's see, no, it won't go in the bin we just used. It'll probably go right there. What do you think of that, Turner? You like that?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's go let Sophie in.
Hi everybody, Blue Ridge Mama here with Homeschool Hustler Reagan, and she's getting ready to pack up her orders for tonight. So we have some thank yous. Who got to say thank you to tonight?
Trisha and Jonathan.
Trisha and Jonathan. And I just heard the door squeak open. Who came in here? Pepperoni. Silly Pepper. Now we have a cat to get out too. So big thank you to Trisha and Jonathan for supporting Miss Reagan here. Y'all take care.
Thank you. Bye. And don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.